What is up, guys? Eric here from Real Film Reviews, bringing you another movie review, this time for the new Zach Galifianakis film, Keeping Up with the Joneses. Keeping Up with the Joneses stars Gal Gadot, Jon Hamm, Zach Galifianakis, and Isla Fisher, and is the story of two suburban, regular old husband and wife who live in this very happy neighborhood, and these two new neighbors move in, and of course they end up being like crazy secret agent spies who are trying to handle this weird issue and all this other stuff. And there's a lot going on in the movie, and this movie from the trailers had me very worried. I knew I was gonna have to see it because nothing else was coming out, but I thought it was going to be awful, and it really wasn't as bad as I was expecting. The best thing that I think this movie has going for it is it's actually pretty heartwarming. It's a very nice story. Although it has some action and some suspense thrown in there, it is just a nice story about Zach Galifianakis and Isla Fisher's marriage, and them, you know, kind of like having this camaraderie for themselves, but also Zach Galifianakis' character with Jon Hamm form this like weird bond and friendship in the movie that was actually, it was very nice to see on screen. The movie did have some clever plot devices. It all wasn't extremely cliche. There's a lot of cliche stuff that's clearly been done before in this movie, but there were some clever moments. This movie's also pretty funny. It's not gonna make you laugh to tears or anything like that, but there were actually 2 or 3 moments in the movie that I legitimately laughed out loud at, but for the most part it's very small laughs or just little smiles, things like that. But there are going to be jokes in the movie that kind of make you just sigh and go like, that's so predictable and such an easy joke to make. But compared to what I thought I was walking into, there were some clever jokes in this film. And to go along with the comedy of this movie that's written in the script, I thought that Zach Galifianakis did a very good job of selling the physical comedy in the film. He has one specific joke that I'm thinking of that is sort of a physical act that I thought was hilarious. It's probably the hardest I laughed in the whole movie, but other than that, I think that he just really sells it throughout the whole film. The action sequences in the movie are pretty standard. I wouldn't really say any of them are worth much. In terms of the cast, I think Zach Galifianakis does a good job. I think Jon Hamm and Gal Gadot both do a good job of being classy looking spies, and then Isla Fisher is fine playing sort of just the generic housewife character. But I felt like the cast isn't really what makes this movie sort of nice and somewhat fun. It's the script that actually did that, even though it's very generic and there aren't a lot of things about it that are special. It is still a nice movie. This movie is something I would describe as like a rainy Sunday movie, like you're sitting at home and you're not going to do anything and you see this movie's available on HBO. Maybe you click play and you watch it, and you know, it kills an hour and a half of your day and you get some laughs out of it. I'm gonna give Keeping Up with the Joneses a C+. The movie's fairly bland and generic, but for the small moments that it has and the small plot devices that it has that are original and that do actually work, it's a pretty nice, light film. No one's gonna watch this movie and say it's their favorite film ever, but it's not also the worst thing you'll ever see. Well guys, as always, I'm Eric. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of Keeping Up with the Joneses, share everything we do here on Real Film Reviews. Look out for my first ever Amazon recommendation video and Hulu recommendation video this weekend, and I hope to see you guys later.